Welcome back to the Caretakers Journey podcast. I am so glad you're here today. This episode is especially for the caretakers walking through hard places, places that feel heavy, confusing, lonely, or relentless. Maybe you're caring for someone whose condition isn't improving. Maybe you're exhausted beyond words. Maybe your prayers feel unanswered. Maybe you're doing everything right and you still feel like you're barely holding on. If that's you, I want you to hear me gently and clearly. Hope may feel far away, but hope has not left you because hope is not an emotion. Hope is not optimism. Hope is not pretending things are okay. Hope is a person, and he is with you right here, right now, even in this hard place. You don't need to muster hope today. You don't need to fake strength. You don't need to feel joyful to be filled with joy. Romans 15:13 reminds us that God himself is the source of hope, and he fills us not when circumstances change, but as we trust him. So take a deep breath, let your shoulders drop. You don't have to be strong here. Let's talk about hope that holds you when everything else feels like it's slipping away. I love Romans 15:13. It says, "May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him." Notice what this verse does not say. It does not say, "May your situation improve. May your answers come quickly. May your burden be removed." Doesn't say any of that. It says, "May the God of hope fill you." Hope does not come from circumstances. Hope does not come from outcomes. Hope comes from God himself. And God gives us three gifts in the hard places of caretaking: hope, joy, and peace. Not because life is easy, but because he is faithful. So let's talk about a few truths about finding hope in hard places. What about this truth? Hope is a lifeline, not a luxury. Hope is not optional for caretakers. It is not a nice extra for when life feels manageable. God gives hope because he knows that you and I need it to endure. Hope keeps us breathing when we want to give up. Hope keeps us standing when our knees feel weak. Hope keeps us believing that this moment is not the end of our story. Hope says, I can take one more step. I can make it through today. God is still holding me. If you feel like hope is thin right now, that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human, and God knows exactly how much hope you need. The next truth is hope does not deny reality, it transforms it. Biblical hope is not denial. It does not ignore pain. It does not minimize suffering. Hope tells the truth and then brings God into it. Hope says, it hurts, but God is here. I'm tired, but God is faithful. I'm afraid, but God is bigger. Hope allows grief and faith to coexist, fear and trust to sit side by side, tears and prayer to happen at the same time. You do not dishonor God by acknowledging how hard our journey is as caretakers. You honor him by bringing him into it. The third truth is hope grows in the darkness. Hope rarely begins in bright, easy places. Hope often starts in hospital rooms, quiet bathrooms, parked cars, sleepless nights, whispered prayers, silent tears. Like seeds planted underground, hope grows where you cannot see it yet. Darkness does not destroy hope. Darkness is often where hope is planted. Hope is not about everything being okay. Hope is about knowing you are not alone when it's not okay. Let's talk about a story a caregiver once told me about the hardest night of her son's illness. She said the house was quiet, but not peaceful. Machines were humming, monitors were beeping. Her mind was racing with fear and exhaustion. At some point, she went into the bathroom and sat down on the floor. She turned on a small nightlight. Nothing bright, nothing dramatic, just a tiny glow. She said, "That light kept me from falling apart. It reminded me that darkness cannot win, not even in the smallest places." It didn't answer questions. It didn't change the outcome, but it held her together. That's what hope does. Hope doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be blazing. It just has to flicker. And if all you have today is a flicker, that's enough. Here's a tip. This tip is simple and again powerful. Let's create a hope corner. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can be a chair by a window, a corner of the couch, a spot in your bedroom, even in your car. Choose one place where you meet God for 3 minutes of hope every day. No agenda, no pressure, just peace. Sit there, breathe, whisper a prayer, read one verse. Let that place become holy ground. Hope grows where you make room for it. So let's take a mini vacation I like to call the lantern walk. Pausing for a few minutes together, slowing our breathing. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly, and let your body settle. Close your eyes and picture yourself walking a dark path. The night is quiet. You're holding a lantern. The light is small, but it shows you the next step. You don't need to see the whole path, just the next step. Now, imagine Jesus walking beside you. He's carrying a brighter lantern. He is calm. He is steady. He knows the way. Whisper to him softly, "Lord, fill me with your hope." Stay in this place with Jesus for as long as you need. Let me pray. Lord, you see every caretaker walking through hard places today. Pour hope into their weary hearts. Be light in the darkness. Be strength where strength feels gone. Be peace where anxiety has settled in. Fill us not with answers, but with yourself. Remind us that we are not alone. Hold us when we cannot hold ourselves. We trust you. Amen. As we end this episode, I want you to say this out loud, even if your voice shakes. God is filling me with hope for this season. Not someday, not when things change. Today, you are held. You are seen. And hope is walking with you step by step. I'll see you tomorrow. And until then, it's all about Him.